When we asked you to share your thoughts on Big Mouth's My Furry Valentine special, the majority of you guys were totally shocked by Andrew's behavior. From worried to downright appalled, y'all were blown away by how Andrew acted in this special. Is there any hope we'll get our favorite flawed pervert back, or is our boy too far gone? I'm Kris Carr, and I want to ask you, can Andrew Globerman be redeemed? Before we begin, I'd like to thank our Patreon sponsors for helping us make videos like this. We appreciate your support. Want to help? Head to our Patreon, check out those sweet tiers, and see how you can keep us nerds online. Now, obviously, we'll be discussing Big Mouth's latest episode, My Furry Valentine. What does that mean? That there's spoilers up ahead. You don't want the episode ruined? Then you probably don't want to watch this video analyzing it. Check back after you've popped your Furry Valentine cherry. Oh my god, that sounded so terrible.
What the hell is wrong with me?
Nothing. You're a perfectly normal, gross little dirtbag.
So what I was truly left wondering after I finished the episode was, is Andrew past the moral event horizon? The moral event horizon is when someone, presumably the villain of a series, does something that establishes them as irredeemably bad.
I think it's badminton.
No, this is a badminton. Let's go put our hands all over a newborn baby even though we got a horrible cold.
Whoa.
I know.
Oh, also, fun fact, it's named for the part of a black hole that once crossed, there's no coming back from. Ignore any possible innuendo you're thinking right now.
What are you little perverts talking about?
Now, an example of the moral event horizon would be Voldemort making the Horcruxes, or the Joker killing Jason Todd. Obviously, Andrew's actions are not on par with the literal murder examples I just gave you, but a lot of you said in our comment section that you don't think you'll ever be able to get over how Andrew acted by the end of the episode.
Andrew, you sweaty turd! I'm conflicted because you broke my TV, but as I had previously mentioned, I'm all about the drama.
Let's kick this off by covering just exactly what went down with Andrew in this episode. When we last left Andrew in season 2, he'd realized, thanks to a trip to Hormone Monster headquarters, that the love of his young life, Missy, still had feelings for him. Armed with this knowledge, Andrew decides to take action. Kind of?
Interesting.
Because remember, I saw on your computer that she still has a thing for me.
So you're telling her to make the next move, even though you've made a no move?
Historically, Andrew has always gone too far with his romantic efforts. He's scared Missy off before with how intense he can be when it comes to his feelings. And he's consistently been driven completely by his own physical, sexual compulsions. So, at first, it seems like Andrew attempting to play Valentine's Day cool seems like a good idea.
Andrew, I'm gonna be honest with you. You look insanely good. Like Billy Crystal at a Clippers game.
That's exactly what I was going for.
But Andrew knowing that Missy has feelings for him is really where our issue seems to stem from. If Missy likes him, Andrew rationalizes that he just has to expedite things so that they can be together. Andrew appears to take a pickup artist approach to wooing Missy this time around, acting cavalier and basically dropping her Valentine near her to feign disinterest. We all know that when it comes to Missy, despite her being viewed as a little odd by her classmates, Andrew is out batting his class like crazy. She's the Topanga of Bridgeton Middle School, and he is no Corey Matthews. He's like Minkus, if Minkus were a compulsive masturbator.
Oh, your move, Mama. Huh? What does that mean?
Oh, you know what it means, Mama Leone.
When this half-assed weird move doesn't work and Missy appears to grow closer to Lars, a wheelchair-bound student and fellow member of Jazz Club, Andrew begins to boil. Andrew showers Missy in gifts. Gifts that are completely inappropriate to who she is as a person.
Hey, first of all, I can't really eat these chocolates.
She doesn't do sugar, man.
You think I don't know that, Professor X?
Andrew, feeling even more threatened now that Lars seems to have the upper hand by, knowing Missy and actually acknowledging her as a human person and not a Valentine's Day concept, doubles down on winning over Missy.
Cold, hard cash?
Yeah, fling it at her.
The almighty dollar. You think I give a shit about money?
You
Take
don't
it.
care, baby.
Take it if that's what you want.
Just stop it!
That was painful to watch. Well done, writers. This level of shame and cringe was on par with episodes of The Office. A tip of the Kangol to you, good sirs.
Well, what happened there, cowboy?
He offered her money and love isn't supposed to be transactional.
Shut the up, Caleb.
Okay.
This is a clear example of Andrew's feelings of entitlement towards Missy. Not only does he assume he can have her with little to no effort, he also assumes that any and all men should not be worthy of Missy's time. That is to say, time away from him. In this scene, he diminishes her worth, negs her, and chests up to a threat who literally is just treating Missy like a person.
Missy, I'm the one that knows things about you.
All right, just calm down.
No, I'm not gonna, because this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know you like me,
Of
okay?
course.
So why don't you know that you like me?
Missy is a strong woman, Andrew. She can have male friends and definitely is not there for Andrew's crappy attitude and actions.
We're all looking for a daddy.
No, my dad's pretty present.
Act 2 focuses on Andrew wondering if he's like his dad, and feeling like he's botched things royally with Missy.
Oh, God. Am I becoming my dad?
Check your balls. Are they gigantic?
Then the writers subvert our expectations. We think in the third act, Andrew will, like our other players, seek redemption. After all, if Jessie can grow sympathetic to her mother's romantic needs, and Nick and Connie can sort out their dynamic, surely Andrew can apologize to Missy.
Rage, rage, f***ing rage!
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Nope. This is where things get really pear-shaped. Andrew rages. He acts completely entitled to Missy.
Can't you see what's going on here? He's trying to steal you from me.
I'm not yours. I don't belong to anyone.
Bossing her around in front of everyone, losing it at the party, accusing Lars of not needing his chair, and even going as far to throw him out of it. Things only get worse from there.
Why did he go after the mailbox?
Oh, Andrew, you farted. Oh, and they're all filming.
No. Oh, what have I done?
Jesus, tap dancing Christ, Andrew.
That is some weird-ass toxic masculinity.
This is another wonderful ability Big Mouth has consistently had. The ability to show rather than just tell. Rather than simply telling us Andrew's behavior is problematic, we see him spiral thanks to his misguided intentions. I think we can agree that while we all were thrown by Andrew's shift in this episode, his actions didn't come completely out of left field.
I listen to women?
So do I.
Then you're a real slime bag, man. Yeah, Andrew. I'm honestly very disappointed. I didn't think you were that kind of a man.
The signs were there, especially in season 2. Just look at his relationships with Lola and his father.
I need to talk to you outside.
Uh-oh, you want to get your little butt grabbed again? No offense, but your son's a total perv.
Tell me about it.
I know Lola is not a prize character here.
Oh my God, I'm a dumb drunk.
A self-professed barnacle with incredibly unhealthy relationships to anyone she latches onto, Lola is mean and vindictive, and man, her whole situation with Andrew was just unsettling.
A little more now, a little bit more now.
Oh my God, Andrew, is there supposed to be that much? But in the same token, I'm like very flattered.
But that being said, Andrew grappled with knowingly not liking Lola, but still enjoying being intimate with her.
You so lazy-ball. I rub fronts with you, and then you just like dump me like a dump truck.
Oh, God.
Ultimately, his choice to continue fooling around with her, despite disliking her as a person tremendously, was really messed up. This treatment was one of our first warning signs of how Andrew was beginning to shape his relationship to and with girls.
I happen to be playing it cool for Valentine's Day.
Oh no, I know what you're going for. It's just the hat's awful.
I disagree, Red.
Red?
The episode does a beautiful job of giving us a physical manifestation of Andrew's steady decline. The more manic he becomes, the worse his allergy to his horrible Kangol hat becomes. The more obsessive and controlling, the more that dermatitis sizzles, until finally, the hat essentially fuses with his head.
I can hear it sizzling.
That's 'cause it's sizzling. Yeah, Missy cannot see this. Ooh, not until I'm done bombarding her with love.
During this time, we're shown the startling behavior, down to the waving of money, that Andrew's beginning to show is shared with his father, Mr. Globerman. And though Marty's typically played for laughs, he has an incredibly troublesome relationship with his son.
He's too developed for his age. The kid's a freak.
What kind of a man would say that about his own son?
Maybe he's just not ready for his little boy to grow up.
From ridiculing him for his changing body, shaming him for sexual urges, and just generally talking to him like a real dick, it's honestly only natural that Andrew would begin to act out in ways he'd seen at home. His outburst at the end of the episode feels like a Globerman outburst, especially once the shitty attitude is given the haircut to match.
The hat is stuck to my scalp blisters.
You stalker!
Ow!
You're like bald.
Oh God, you look just like your dad.
No.
Andrew historically has been given all the wrong advice. From Maury to his rabbi to his father, no one has set a particularly good example of just how to be a modern man. Take his experience in Guytown. Nick's father, even with all his foibles, is the most positive male figure who's been consistently present in Andrew's life.
We were just talking about this girl Nick likes.
Andrew-
He doesn't know how to get her.
Boys, a real man doesn't get a girl. He woos her.
Woo!
What Big Mouth continues to show us is that almost none of the authority figures in the lives of our cast of kids are really doing anything to refute toxic masculinity or unhealthy, outdated views on relationships.
You're just a 13-year-old man who took what he wanted.
Huh.
Like me. I live balls out and I give zero fucks.
We see this all the time in real life, even with the nipple flicking of Nikki in this Valentine's Day episode.
Flick, nicks, nips.
Ow!
Yeah.
Soft.
Yeah, this is fun. They don't need to stop. They're having fun at his expense.
Boys will be boys. But the boys will be boys rhetoric means that the Andrews of the world will grow up to be the Martys we have such disdain for. Until now, despite his often degenerate actions, we all like Andrew. Dare I say, we as an audience loved him. He was sweet, neurotic. But what Furry Valentine did was pull back the neuroses to show us that Andrew's sense of entitlement and ownership of Missy has been there all along. He deserves her. He's a nice guy. And we see this sort of behavior all the time. The nice guy screaming to the world about just how nice he is. Whether it's when someone's being extra grabby at a bar, being controlling of their girlfriend physically or verbally, or when a keyboard warrior rallies against any quote-unquote SJW due to the slightest difference in viewpoint. That all leads to a larger, potentially more dangerous path of masculinity.
And I thought it would feel good, you know? So I did it anyway, even though I knew that I didn't like her.
Speak up!
And then I broke up with her.
As we see with Andrew, these thoughts can manifest in pretty disturbing actions. And the only way to correct this behavior is to do what Big Mouth did. Call it out. This is some you see something, say something shit, y'all.
Nick, your friend sounds pretty gross.
Look, Gina.
I mean, I'm not gonna hang out with a guy who's best friends with a creep.
So, does his upbringing and lack of positive role models excuse how Andrew acted? Well, certainly not. But has Andrew passed the point of no return? If a serial pillow fluffer can change his ways, I'd say that there's hope for him too. Andrew has constantly struggled with being a hornball and a good guy, and I hope and believe that season 3 will have him not only searching for ways to redeem himself, but also just how to juggle his urges with basic human decency. I think there's still hope for our dude, but I want to hear from you guys.
Love is hard. Take it from me, a ladybug raising 2 stepchildren cause my partner up and died.
What did you think of Andrew's arc? And do you think there's still a chance for him to find redemption? Let me know down below. For more Big Mouth videos, breakdowns, and lore explorations, click to the left of my face. Streaming more your speed? Well, you can check us out on Roku and Plex. Again, thank you to all our Patreon sponsors, and thank you for watching. See you, Space Cowboy.